spring2014inform051. How many of you have ever watched a Disney movie and thought, wow, how can those artists draw such characters with, they just copy. It's like one copy after another of the exact same picture over and over. Well, I'm going to teach you how to draw a portrait. There are three major components to a portrait. The first is the facial features, which defines one person from another. If we all had the same facial features, we wouldn't be able to tell each other apart. The second is the hair. Hair comes in all different shapes and sizes. There's cranky, curly, long, straight, short, blue, brown, you name it, it's probably a hair color. Then there are the clothes, which aren't nearly as important as the first two that we mentioned, which are defining characteristics. But then again, without clothes, where would we be? So my subject that I have selected is Rapunzel. And when you draw a portrait, you're going to want to get a picture of your subject in the pose that you want to draw them in. And make sure that you get a black and white copy of it. If you don't have a black and white copy, as you can see, the color will distract from the values and you will end up making your picture very, very flat. It will have no value. You're going to want to start by outlining. I've used my protractor thing here to measure from the original picture to the other paper and draw a faint outline of the eye and the iris, the white of the eye as well. Then you can start constructing the facial features. You're going to measure everything from this one eye. You may start detailing by putting light through the bottom of the pupil, the bottom of the iris, where light will reflect through almost like glass. The pupil is going to be very, very dark because it's a hole into the skull. And it's followed by the lash line, which is equally dark. And there will be a shadow under the top lid to keep the eye from looking like it's bulging. Then you're going to want to start finding the locations of the other facial features by using the eye as a measuring point. So as you can see, we found the side of the face, the nose, and the hairline. Then you're going to find the eyebrows. As Jan Burrell always said, the eyebrows are what define one character from another. If you get the eyebrows on the wrong angle, they will look angry, happy, sad, or like a completely different person. You're going to find the location of the mouth, shade under the hairline, find the locations of both eyebrows, and the location of the other eye, once again measuring from this first eye. Then repeat the detailing process. Then again, measuring from the eyes, you're going to find the location of the nose and shade around all the sides of the face. When you put shadow around the side of the face, it makes the face look round and not flat. The location of the ear is mostly hidden by the hair, but you can finish by shading underneath of the nose and the side of the mouth. As you can see, there's shadow around the eyelid and the eyebrow, which makes it look like there's a skull underneath. So again, shading is very, very important. Next is the hair. You're going to finish blending the skin tones with a stub. You've put them all in with a pencil and just finish them with a stub. Then outline the clothes so that way the hair doesn't take over like it takes over the rest of the movie. You're going to want light shading on the top of the hair because this is where the light hits, and very dark in the hair part. You're going to finish the tones in the hair, again, using a pencil, and use a stub to blend them all together. Then use an eraser pencil to come back and create these individual lines in the hair. You always want to shade hair as a mass, because if you try to draw each individual strand, they aren't going to have a glow that makes hair recognizable as hair. It's going to look like spaghetti. Then you may finish the clothes by, again, using a stub to blend with shadows underneath of the sleeve and in the shape of the clothes. And then again, a kneaded eraser will create a glow on the sleeve and on the neck so that it looks like light is shining on the character. Lastly, after blending the clothes with a stub, you may begin putting in patterns. Patterns are going to be light, where the light is hitting the clothing, and dark underneath of the shadows. If you put dark patterns all over completely, then it will look very flat. So take a step back and take a snack break before returning to examine your drawing. If you don't do this, then you're going to wind up being too crunched for time and thinking, oh, I have to do this and do this and this and this and this and messing yourself up. So it's best to step back and take a break. Then you may remeasure the facial features to make sure they're all in the correct angle. Touch up the hair a little bit, fix any smudges, and make sure the clothes patterns aren't too drastic. And finally, you can sign your drawing. You pass it back.